All right, then welcome to the day two of the first test match
Yeah.
between India and West Indies. It seems like a test match where India should just dominate, and that's what the day also seems like, which is what we'll get into. We'll talk about the pitch and conditions. There's not much to talk about today. We don't have anything related to technique or stat, just because nothing really happened of significance on day one.
Mm.
We didn't,
That we already didn't
yeah,
cover. Yeah.
we didn't outscore with the West Indies, nor did we get them all out for 20. So not much, except for Bumrah, which we already spoke about yesterday. Soham, is everyone sleeping? I wouldn't blame people who are sleeping,
Possibly.
but
We barely managed to get
yeah.
up. Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that you have class today. But here we
Mm.
are talking about day two of the test match. We will talk about pitch and conditions and what India needs to do. You're in school,
How
scientist editor.
are you watching this? Are you in like the computer lab or something?
Oh, you have a phone. They take the
Phone,
phone.
right? Damn kids these days.
Good lord. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about, even if it's not much to talk about. We'll wait for a bit
Hit
before we get into the pitch and conditions and all of that.
hit like lads.
Yeah, hit like. We will of course come post match as well after the day gets over. Hopefully by the time scientist editor you're back home. Fulania, good morning.
Good morning.
What a name. If that's your actual name, what a name. But good morning to you too. Good morning to everyone. It is morning. We usually go live, especially in a test match in the afternoon because oh
I mean, we've just never been live for a pre-home season game,
yeah, that's
except for a
true.
bit. Yeah.
Advait, what's up? All right.
What's up?
Now that we have some highs in the chat, we'll go to pitch and conditions. Let's talk about pitch and conditions.
Pitch and conditions. All right. So very interestingly, looking forward to Gill's 100. Nice, we'll get to that. But yeah, very interestingly, this was a mostly different Ahmedabad pitch. It's not something that we've seen. There was grass coverage, there was seam movement, there was some liveliness in the pitch, there was good bounce, there was good carry. But as the day progressed, that definitely reduced. The pitch got a lot easier. I wouldn't say easier to bat on, but it just eased out in terms of the kind of seam movement and everything that we saw. Very typical of an Indian pitch where even if in the morning you have something on offer, because of the sun beating down, it just tends to get better to bat on. And that's exactly what happened. The pitch got a little docile. Expect more of the same today. The morning session, I think there will still be something for the fast bowlers simply because of the fact that there is still that grass coverage that is holding the wicket together. Having said that, it is going to start getting worse and worse as we will be covering in every day's pitch and conditions. But apart from that, in terms of overhead conditions, there is a slight forecast for about 20% chance of rain around towards the end of the day's play. That's something to watch out for if that sort of breaks India's rhythm if they're going well with the bat. But apart from that, I think pretty standard. There has been a little bit of turn on offer. There has been a little bit of seam movement. There is still a lot of things in it for the bowlers. They have to hit the right areas. And yeah, that's mostly it on pitch and conditions.
All right, then let's go on from pitch and conditions to what India needs to do today. So KL Rahul's batting on 53 and Shubman Gill's batting on 18. Both of them taking that time. Not much to say on that. They both have a strike rate of 40 odd. I think someone asked what should KL Rahul's ideal score be. I think his ideal score should be 250. But we'll see if India get there. If we'll see if KL Rahul get there. Like Pratap talked about, there's not much in terms of spin on the pitch, but the pitch will continue to deteriorate. But the ball is seaming quite a bit. But we saw Shubman Gill and KL Rahul just take that into the stride yesterday because honestly, the fast bowlers from the West Indies team weren't doing much of the pitch, and even the spinners weren't as consistent. So I think Shubman Gill and KL Rahul should cash in. I feel like KL Rahul has been in good touch, especially after the 100 in the second innings against Australia A when he played for India. And so I feel like he knows what it's like. Of course, he also scored in England and he's also played in the last couple of years. But I feel like he has a template right now that knows what brings him success. And I think KL should just continue doing that. While you have Shubman Gill, he wasn't attacking yesterday, but we will. Honestly, we might just see him more attacking today. He might just play more shots after he's settled in because that's what Shubman Gill usually does. And especially at home, especially with a bowling lineup like this, you don't be surprised if things get a little more quicker in terms of run rate, at least with Shubman Gill. And I think that's what India needs to do. But again, don't be surprised if we see a wicket fall in the first hour. But truth be told, I think India should outbat West Indies already. By the end of the day or even tomorrow, India should just look to bat once. We are already in a dominant position. We are already in a dominant position. We have only had 2 wickets fallen down. And we have so many batters left to come with Jadeja, Dhruv Jurel, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Washington Sundar. There's so many batters yet to come, and I feel like, especially Dhruv Jurel and Washington Sundar, they'll all want to score big to stamp their authority in the side. So, and I think that's what will happen. You'll continue on to scoring big, and yeah, India will look to just bat once. That will be the goal. I feel like they will be disappointed if they bat another second time, unless they want to bat the second time for the sake of it. But yeah, the goal will be to just bat for as long as you can until you know that you'll get West Indies all out even before they reach that deficit. All right, let's go to from the stands. That was quick, but here we are.
We'll be taking your questions now. Hit like if you haven't already. Let's push the stream out for whatever little time there is before the start of day's play.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Firm says, I noticed the position of the rough and footmarks seem to make batting tougher versus spin for left-handers versus right-handers. A ball from Varikin spun out of the rough, which really rattled Sai Sudarshan. That is true. Yeah, there was a bit of a rough already after the first 10 overs, which
yeah,
was a shocker because
it
of the
was
amount
quite
of
a
grass
shocker.
that was on the pitch.
True. I mean, as much as we talked about yesterday, how the grass, because of how much there is, it should be able to hold the pitch together. The red soil just seems like it is kind of crumbling out already.
Sandeep says, good
Yeah.
write-up on his name, Substack. Pratib, he
Oh,
read your stuff.
thank you.
Good writing. I think they should play one more batter. West Indies batting doesn't need more spinners. Oh, you're saying about West Indies. I mean,
Honestly, with West Indies, it's a little tricky at the moment. It makes sense for them to play a batter, but if you're going to try and win a test match, okay, fair. They first need to score runs. Then they can look to get 20 wickets. Yeah.
Tom says it's why I think he got. Oh, right. I didn't even read your comment fully. It's why I think he got Sai Sudarshan out on a nothing shot. I feel like, yeah, sure, but you
That
have.
was a, I mean, some of the earliest things that we learn in coaching, for example, that you're, especially on a wicket that has something a little bit for spinners, and you know there's been a little bit of up down already on day one, you're never going to go back cross batted.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, like Sai Sudarshan himself would be playing that down to mid on most days. So that's
And
why it was a bit of a shocker.
yeah, and him being from Tamil Nadu, a place where the ball
Yeah.
spins quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is Gill played? I don't know. I mean, I think he should play the ODI series. It's the
No
series
reason not
where he
to. Yeah.
dominates. After seeing today's Sai Sudarshan performance, our number three isn't well cemented, so I'm looking forward to Sarfaraz Khan. I'm tired after seeing the number three struggling. What do you think? That how many chances will he be given? I don't think Sarfaraz Khan will be in this series.
Mm,
He was injured. I don't know his
currently.
status right now.
Yeah.
But Sai Sudarshan will be given a long run. It's only his first innings of the first Test match at
Mm.
home. So
I think Sai gets the entire home season, in at least till South Africa.
I expected more from Varikin.
He has been one of their better bowlers, but I mean, it's new conditions. There's the nerves of just the fact that they're playing in India after so long. Only three people from that lineup have even played in
Yeah,
India in Tests before.
Roston Chase,
Yeah,
Shy Hope.
yeah, someone else. So yeah, I mean, something to keep in mind. Like all of these people are just new to these conditions. They would have seen the grass and been like, "There's probably not that much." Their length.
Uh, Karun Nair blocked Ajit Agarkar from all corners of social media after watching Sudarshan getting out to a part-time spinner.
Hey, Roston Chase is better than part time, dude.
I
I
mean,
mean,
to be fair, I feel like Karun Nair also would have gotten out like
yeah,
that
given
in that
how he
manner.
fared in the England series. Yeah.
Guys, have you listened to Narsimraju Kapoor?
You'll have to give us some more context on that.
You know what?
I have no idea. Yeah.
Hi guys, Jaiswal ODI future. I think he should have made his ODI debut a long time ago, but now you have two fantastic openers, the best opener in fact, with Rohit Sharma and Jaiswal, he averages
And
what?
Gill.
Oh, sorry, Gill, who
Yeah.
averages in his close to 60.
Close to 60, yeah.
Yeah, so
But yeah, I think the moment Rohit goes,
you'll see Abhishek Sharma.
and
Unfortunate.
it might be the case, yeah.
Nice technique analysis on drift yesterday. Is Daniel Vittori biggest exponent on drift, or have you seen others?
Whoa.
I mean, Shane Warne was
One
one of the
was
biggest
best.
exponents on drift,
I
and one
mean,
of the only leg spinners that I can even think of who uses drift so well.
for someone who's called the king of spin, he also used to drift the ball a lot to the point where it would feel like the ball just coming in.
Yeah,
Then it
that's
would
true.
pitch and spin out rapidly.
I mean, you even the Mike Gatting dismissal, the ball
Yeah,
was drifting out and the ball came back in, as in went out.
other
So
way around.
yeah. No, no, the ball was drifting into the
Yeah,
right hand. This is the game for Jurel to cash in. Indeed. I-
hopefully.
yeah, I feel like Dhruv Jurel has scored a lot of runs, hasn't put his foot down when given a chance for the Indian team, except he did. He scored a 50
Hmm.
against England last year at home. So this will be a very, very important test series for Dhruv Jurel to at least
Hmm.
get a score. Jurel is an excellent spin player behind KL Rahul and Gill, and he will absolutely look to take advantage of this opportunity, hopefully.
I might even go as far as saying that Jurel's probably a better player of spin than say Gill, at least till that England series.
Yeah, that's
Now we'll have to wait and watch.
Devdutt Padikkal for Delhi Test, replacing who, may I ask? Any chance for Abhishek to play Test? Not anytime soon. I mean, first of all, I don't think he is.
He is only not for.
Yeah, maybe he is, but there's no spot for him. He doesn't play Ranji Trophy all that much. Doesn't score all that much in the Ranji Trophy unless they just want to. Unless they do an England. Unless you pick someone like a Will Jacks without any first class score, but he's in the Ashes squad, which boggles my mind.
Hmm.
All you do a Zach Crawley, or you do an Ollie Pope. To be fair, Ollie Pope has good first class numbers. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to today in the sense that a lot of people talked about how yesterday was a boring day. I feel like sure, in terms of context, in terms of contest, maybe. But in terms of the the way we go about constructing runs today will be very interesting. The tempo in which the Indian batters go about playing. Don't be surprised if there's a wicket falling in the first hour. But yes, the batters coming in after that, the way in which they go about playing, that'll be very, very interesting. Especially Jadeja with the bat. He has a template that he follows, but even through Jurel, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Washington Sundar, and even if Kuldeep Yadav, if he gets a chance to bat, has he shown improvement with the bat? We've seen him improve with the bat, but it's been a while since he's played for India. It's been more than a year, in
It
fact.
has.
So, guys, I just woke up. What did you guys cover? KD24, nothing of importance. We covered what India needs to do today, pitch and conditions. Not about today, but today, but today India match.
India A
Tilak,
match.
oh, India A match. Tilak Abhishek coming into team. Who could they
Oh,
replace? That is true. The top three scored.
damn.
I feel like they would replace Prab Simran Singh because he's the only opener who didn't score
Hmm.
100 out of the two openers. So Priyan Sharia,
So
Abhishek
sad.
Sharma,
Yeah.
and then Shreyas
Yes.
Iyer.
Tilak at 4 possibly then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out though. Tell me your opinion on who should be in ODI series, Abhishek or Jaiswal, and between NKR and Dubey. They both are kind of similar, but I prefer NKR as he is stable and Abhishek can bowl too. I mean, to be fair, Jaiswal can bowl too. He's just not given a chance to bowl.
He's more than a handy bowler, and I think they should really start with Jaiswal and ODIs as well whenever they can. It should not be Abhishek first and then Jaiswal. There's no reason for that. And yeah, NKR over Dubey possibly. I don't know if Dubey is as effective in the longer formats.
That Harry Brook versus Gill in the next 10 years, who's going to be the better batter? I want to
Whoa.
say, I mean, I don't know. I'd be shocked if Harry Brook isn't the highest scorer by the end of 10 years in this generation because of how he goes about batting. I mean, if Gill's right up there, good on him. I just know we've just seen Shubman Gill at number 4 scoring those runs. Harry Brook has been scoring these runs in the last 2-3 years,
So
so we're still a new phase for Shubman Gill. I've never seen Jaiswal bowl, but how does he bowl? He bowls leg spin. He bowls some good leg spin. I
you'll
haven't
actually
really
find
seen.
some highlights on YouTube. Like he's balled in the Mumbai T20 thing stuff. Yeah.
He's also got a 8 for, but this was in his groups, like in his early stage, in his age group stuff. He's got an 8 for, a 7 for, something like that. Yeah, he bowls a lot of leg spin. Why can't we just deploy Pant at 3 and DJ
Whoa.
Dhruv Jurel play at number 5 and 6 in the future in Test cricket?
Interesting proposition, but I don't know if Pant himself will want to come at
Uh,
more than anything.
Also, because you would rather have Pant coming in at number 5 because he's someone who always walks in under pressure and saves the Indian team. I'm not
Oh,
saying
true.
Dhruv Jurel can't do that. We know Rishabh Pant can do that, and he's done it. So might as well let him do it. I don't know why, but I feel like Gill will play well, but won't be able to convert his runs into big runs. Is that today or just generally?
Mhm.
Maybe, I mean, today I get where you're coming from. I feel like the first wicket that's going to fall today is Shubman. I don't know why.
All I'm going to say is it's Ahmedabad. That's all I'm going to say.
What should be NK's batting position today? I feel like he will come after Dhruv Jurel. Actually, because it's Gautam Gambhir, the coach, I won't be surprised if he comes
Never
after
know.
Sundar also. Jaiswal is really good bowler. Saw him bowling an under 19 World Cup, and I was interested on him more because India lacked that top order batsman who bowls this kind of players are extinct in the Indian team. I agree with you. Pratib, Prativ, why Hindi commentary is so?
Hindi.
Oh, sorry.
There.
Huh?
I mean, there is nothing to say there of value.
Oh. We will get to the PP in a couple of minutes. Hey, aren't we playing a bit slow? Like one time we were below 300. Can we see a bit of change in tempo? We don't necessarily need a change in tempo. It's day one of the test match. Today is day two of the test match. They could bat the entire day at a run rate of just two, and it's okay. And then they could bat the entire day of a run rate
Tomorrow.
of just two tomorrow also, and still it's okay. We still have 2 more days to outbat West Indies and then get them all out. The tempo thing, I don't really understand. I think the Indian batters should take their own time because if they want to change in tempo, they can do it in a second. And so let them just play.
I mean, why play risky cricket when you can play risk free and possibly put your team in a position to just wipe out the opponent?
Soham, we are actually with your friends. It's something we have talked about too. I mean, having Dhruv Jurel at number 3 and Rishabh Pant continuing at number 5, 6. We think Dhruv Jurel has the technique to bat at number 3. I think he's just looked down upon for whatever reason.
Being a wicket keeper.
Will you guys start a podcast? We do have a podcast. Be a member on our channel. Pay 159 rupees per month and see an episode every Saturday. Deep dive into things. We will also have podcasts where we interview and talk to other
In the cricket
yeah, in
space.
the cricketing space. So something to note here is that, bro, can you speak both of your names? He's Pratip.
You.
I'm Ashwin. Right. Something to note here is that on a members podcast, all the podcasts that we don't do in person, so if you're on Zoom call and stuff, that will be a members only podcast. Not saying that's not uh high up there quality wise, that will still be high up there. We will be talking to a lot of interesting people, but that'll be members only on a Saturday. Every podcast that we do in person, where we go to meet someone in person and do it in a studio and all, that
That'll
will
be
be
a
put out
proper podcast.
regularly.
Example, podcast with Jemima Rodriguez. Check it out. Example, podcast with Navneet Krishna. Check it out.
Will Jagdishan get a look? Excuse me, in anywhere? I wonder. Yeah, if opener gets injured, because he's the backup opener.
It's only in the injury case.
But that's about it then. I feel all right. Before KD24 says, I feel like India will make around 350, 380 today for the loss of 8 wickets from 2 centuries. We should go to PP.
Damn.
Rather predictions.
India going to lose only about 3 or 4 wickets today. Tops.
Oh, today.
Yeah. So by the end of day's play, India is going to be either 5 or 6 down. I don't see them losing any more wickets than that. We're going to have 2 centurions by the end of the day.
Oh, very close to KD24.
Hmm.
All right then. KD24 and PP, you guys are on the line. We will see you at 5:30
Hit like lads.
and see if this is accurate at all. Thank you guys so
Yesterday
much
was.
for joining at 8:45 a.m. I'm really surprised when the test team announced because there's no name of Harshit Rana. I think you should celebrate. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you at 5:30 p.m. for a post match and talk about today's day. Thank you guys so much for watching.